So last week I showed you how I build lesson plans in ChatGPT, and today I'm going to show you how I grade film analysis essays. So let's dive in. So my students will ask me, can we watch a movie please? And I tell them fine, but we're going to do an analysis essay. I used to spend 3 hours a night reading and scoring them, but now it takes me like 40 minutes, and here's how I do it. I grade on 3 dimensions. One is analytical depth. I give all of them a score of 1 through 4, by the way. Do they dig into how the film works, into the cinematography, the editing, the sound, the narrative structure, or just what happens? And then I ask for evidence and examples. So did they cite specific scenes, or do they use film terminology? Do they have any backup claims? And then I get into original insight. Is this their interpretation? Do they do something worth saying? So the prompt I like to use is this, and we'll go over here into my student essays. You are my film analysis evaluator. Score student essays on 3 dimensions: analytical depth, evidence and examples, and original insight. Use this rubric, score 1 through 4 on each, and give me 1 sentence of feedback per dimension, 1 strength, 1 thing to improve. So I'm going to copy this into my ChatGPT right now, and we'll put it down here into the chat. And I'm just going to hit enter. Okay, so chat sees, understood, it's ready to go. And then, because we don't want to ever just import the student's work, we just want to take the work that they did, not their names, not any of that. So I'm going to go in here. These are a couple that we did. I'm just going to name this one Student 1. And this was for the movie Parasite, which if you haven't seen, it's pretty amazing. And I'm going to paste this one in here, and we're going to see what it says. So analytical depth on this, you are correct to identify. So let's see. The student, Parasite's about a poor family that pretends to be rich by getting jobs at a family's house. So it's going through all that, but it's telling me that you're correct to identify the themes, but your analysis mostly explains what happens rather than exploring how and why the film uses these elements to create meaning. So they got a 2 out of 4. For evidence and examples, you include clear examples like the staircase, the food differences, the basement, but you could strengthen your argument by describing specific scenes in more detail. And the last one is your ideas about class trouble are accurate, but they reflect common interpretations rather than offering a new or specifically or especially thoughtful perspective. So 1 strength, you clearly connect symbols, stairs and food, to the theme of class inequality in a logical and easy way. Things to improve, go deeper. How did Boon Joon-ho use camera angles, lighting? Yeah, so that's a big thing. Like, they don't get into the specifics like that, and this thing just helps me to come up with answers to talk to them about. So I love using that. Okay, so let's go into another student here. This is for the film Everything Everywhere All at Once, another really great movie. We'll take that one, Command C, and then we're going to post this one in here. And here we go. So analytical depth, 4 out of 4. Your analysis moves beyond the plot summary and examines how editing, color, pacing, function as a formal storytelling tool. Let me see what she wrote up here. Daniel's use of rapid cut editing and overlapping imagery has not as stylistic excess, but as a formal expression of Evelyn's psychological fragmentation. Great. And the student's really good, so I expected it. You reference specific techniques, rapid cut, IRS scenes versus multiverse. Your argument that visual chaos functions as narrative language is thoughtful. This is great. Your strength, you convincingly argue that the formal film elements, editing and color, actively construct meaning rather than simply decorate the story. 1 thing to improve, to evaluate further, you can include 1 moment in either a great micro detail, camera move and shot, etc. to deepen your precision. Fantastic. I love this one. So they did a great job. Now I'm going to go down to the last one, and this was Inception. Another fantastic movie that you guys haven't seen. copy this one in there. And there's my paste button, and let's see what they wrote. Inception is about a man named Cobb who enters people's dreams to steal their secrets. He gets hired to do something called Inception, which is to plant an idea in someone's mind rather than stealing it. To do this, he has to go deeper and deeper into dreams within dreams. You identify key plot elements and symbols, but most of your discussion explains what happens rather than analyzing how the film constructs meaning. You reference important examples like folding city, gravity shifts, and the spinning top through your analysis would be stronger with more detailed discussion. Your ideas about reality and confusion are valid, but they remain broad and don't push into a particular distinctive, thought-provoking interpretation. One strength, you clearly explain the film structure of dreams within dreams in a way that is solid understanding of the story. That's a huge thing that I always look for, because do they really watch it, or are they sneaking their phones or talking? So I really look for an understanding of the story. One thing to improve, go beyond practical special effects and explain how Nolan uses cinematography, sound editing, narrative structure, etc. So I still read every essay and I still think critically, but ChatGPT scores the rubric and articulates feedback like in seconds. I verify that it's fair, maybe adjust the score if I have to and the nuance, but I'm done. 3 essays, 3 minutes. It used to take 45. So let me break this down for you. I have 90 students across 3 sections, okay? Each semester, they write 2 analysis essays. That's 180 per term, or 360 for the full year. So that used to be like 200 plus hours per year on grading alone. Now it's under 40. That's 160 hours of I'm not having to grade essays that I can work on other things. You can absolutely use this for any type of essay, literary analysis, historical arguments, personal narratives. All you need to do is build your rubric into ChatGPT and then just use that all year. For those that are interested, I'm launching a workshop for AI educators, lesson planning, grading, giving feedback at scale, handling parent pushbacks, staying current as tools evolve. Everything I use in my media arts classroom. If that's interesting to you, I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to build a system for your own teaching. Thanks for watching so much. If you like this, please leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.